Hello, welcome back to Planet Dawn. So I'm a little under the weather today, so we're going to get right into it. Let's talk about book 2 of my Christmas craft project. This book was designed to be a little bit of filler so I could get all of my normal Christmas crafts done. In previous videos, we've talked about the fictitious Sarah French, the fictitious designer that I attributed everything I sewed to. When I was working on the Ralph Lauren aesthetic, I thought, oh, it would be cool to do a Sarah French aesthetic as well. And then I could get in my normal Christmas crafts, which include, I usually do like a snarky apron, and I usually try to do an ugly Christmas outfit. Most likely, it's usually a dress. And then finally, I try to do a Christmas card post. So let's see if I was able to pull everything off. The prologue video talked in detail about making the outside of the book. If you haven't watched that video, I will attempt to link it at the end. Let's open it up and set the scene. My youngest son is the architect of Planet Dawn. Most of the original themes and lore were created by him. This whimsical Santa Barbara inspired look originated with him because he loves pastel colors. My personal taste leans more towards industrial. My house is basically all neutral colors, but when I do a Sarah French pose, I try to stay true to his vision. I kept the colors light and I used a lot of shapes that weren't squares to keep with the whimsical look. If you haven't figured out yet, I love bows, and that's a me thing. I know they're trending now, but I personally usually wear bows, especially around the holidays and for formal events. I just think they're feminine and timeless, and they kind of never go out of style. Then there are the bunnies. We have a house rabbit. It was my son's first real pet, so he incorporated him into the logo of the Sarah French. Basically, where there's Sarah French, there's a bunny somewhere. Say hello to Lightning. This is Jessica. I used her and her kitchen for my Christmas post for a couple of years in a row. Each year I made her a dress and an apron, and this is actually one of my favorite kitchens because she has the only kitchen with a walk-in pantry. Last year I decided to let Dr. Hayes in on the fun. Dr. Hayes was my first male model for my snarky aprons. One of the downsides of there being no more Joann's is not being able to see fabric in person. The fabric packs that I ordered for this season's sewing had huge patterns on them, so I did the best I could. I wanted something to match that pink, whimsical look of the Sarah French aesthetic, and I think Mariah is looking pretty in pink in this year's Christmas apron. My tradition of ugly Christmas outfits, usually dresses, started back in 2022. This is Jessica again, and for 2 years in a row, I made her a cute little Christmas outfit as well as the apron. I think this snowman dress is my absolute favorite Christmas outfit so far. In 2024, my Instagram feed was covered in these advertisements for these kind of ugly pullovers. So last year I decided to make them in miniature. I used Mrs. Hayes as my model for 2024. This year, I kept coming across these retro pinup inspired dresses, and I just love them. I had to try to make them in mini. However, I was limited on fabric yet again. This year, I struggled to find fabric that was the correct color or that had the details that were the correct size. This led to a lot of wasted money, wasted material, so I think I'm going to have to go into 2026 with a better plan. And then finally, there's my Christmas card craft that I do. I think I just started doing this in 2023, but I do enjoy it. I just pick a couple of families, and it's usually whoever was a part of that year's crafts is who gets a Christmas card. So here is Mariah and Sam in their Christmas card. Despite the fact that I'm not a huge fan of these colors, I do find myself drawn to the lightness and the sophistication of the color combo. This room box shows Mariah fully committed to the Sarah French aesthetic, which makes sense since she works for the company. I hope you enjoyed book 2 of this project. Check back soon for book 3. Please consider liking and subscribing, and I thank you so much for watching.